Good morning, everybody. How are you all today? Good? All right. So we were talking about, we were listening to a scripture this morning, and we were hearing about somebody named Zacchaeus, right? Y'all ever heard of Zacchaeus before? Zacchaeus. Okay, we heard a different version of his name, right? Well, let me ask you, did you ever have to do anything that was really scary for the first time? Okay. Did y'all ever have to do anything really scary for the first time? Do you remember anything scary that you had to do one time? At school or for your family? Maybe somebody asked you to say something for the first time? Yeah? Nothing scary? Nothing scary? Nothing difficult? Maybe made you a little bit afraid to do it? Yeah? Talking in front of people for the first time? I can remember when I had to talk in a church for the first time. When I got invited to a church to talk. That was really scary to me. I spent a few days getting ready for that, and I was staying up all night. I was all shaky and everything. When I went to talk for the first time, I didn't know if I could really talk to people in front of a church, but God gave me the strength to do it. Well, we heard the story of Zacchaeus. Have y'all heard the story of Zacchaeus before? Yeah. What kind of person was he? Was he really tall, dark, and handsome? No, he was kind of short, right? And he was a little bit mean. Yeah, that's true. We'll get into that. He took people's money and stuff, right? So he wasn't a great guy. He was a little bit short, right? But, one day he decided he wanted to see Jesus. He wanted to know about Jesus. And so what happened? What happened? Well, when he wanted to see Jesus, could he see Jesus? What was the problem? He was too short, right? He couldn't see over the crowd. So what did he do? Well, he climbed up on a tree. He climbed up a tree, right? He climbed up a tree and he wanted to see Jesus. And do you think that was a hard thing for him to do? Maybe. Not so hard. But then what happened? Jesus saw him, right? And then what did Jesus say? Come down, right? Because you can stay at my house. You can stay at my house. I want to stay at your house. That's what Jesus told him, right? And so do you think that was hard to come down? Maybe a little bit hard. He didn't have a ladder, right? Well, if he didn't have a ladder, that would be really hard to come down, right? But it was hard for him. Yeah, it was hard for him to come down and see all those people who didn't like him, probably, right? Wouldn't that be pretty hard? It'd be pretty hard to do, right? But God gave him the strength. He really wanted to see Jesus. He wanted to come to Jesus, and Jesus wanted to come to his house. And so God gave him the strength to do that, right? And he had to come down and say something really hard. He had to say he was sorry for all the bad things he had done, right? That's really hard. Did anybody else ever have to say you were sorry to someone? Did you ever have to do that? Maybe make mom and dad a little bit mad and you have to say you're sorry? Did that ever happen? Well, just remember the next time you have to do something scary, maybe at school, and you don't know how you can do it, remember, God can give you the strength to do it, just like God gave the strength to Zacchaeus that day. Amen? Let's pray. Gracious God, we thank you for working with us. We thank you for being in our hearts. Lord, when things are difficult for us to do, we pray that you would give us the strength to do them. Give us the power and the knowledge to do that, to overcome our fears and to overcome those difficult things that we have to do. Remember that you are always with us. Thank you for being with us. We ask your blessing for each one of us and for our families. In Jesus' name.